Hi, this is Tony Casa Esmeralda. Thank you for those who have liked and subscribed to my videos. Please do like and subscribe. Hit that like button down below. Today we are going to do Zucca Lunga maintenance. So there are two things here in the Mediterranean are my goats and the Zucca Lunga Lageneria gourd. Zucca Lunga Lageneria gourd. I'm still watering this bin here. This is getting real soaking. Even though my cucumbers are done, I'm still watering it. Maybe I get one more cucumber out of it. We'll see. Okay, so let's do some quick maintenance on the Zucca Lunga. So it's just at about that time. Well, let's go outside here. Take a look at the Zucca Lunga. Yes, it's attached. So all I did was it grew out of the greenhouse and it's growing down here, and the vine was long enough and I spiraled, so I didn't need a stringer, so I spiraled the vine around the olive branch, and it's already grown since yesterday another 3 or 4 centimeters. It absolutely loves this, and it's got the Hertz energy of the earth. So as the farther and farther it gets to the tree trunk, the more energy it will get and the more gourds I will get then too. So this is absolutely, because last year it did this, it went on the orange trees, and I had like half dozen on each orange tree of these ones. So it absolutely feeds off the Hertz energy, the grounding Hertz energy of the earth. So cool. So, and I want to get my sprinkler on this, everything. So it is hooked up and we're ready to rock and roll here. And it looks like it's just before the flowering stage. So before it goes into the flowering stage, or actually if it's already growing out of your greenhouse like this and starting to grow, you can prune it and take all the leaves off, which I'm going to do right now. So let's go in the greenhouse, and hopefully my camera doesn't crash because it is warm in here. It is in the high 30s in here. So it's a bit of a sweat lodge happening. I got my scissors. Got my bucket. There's some nice peppers growing here. Just hi, how is everyone? Okay, so here. We've got some peppers. I'm just gonna take all the leaves off. All the leaves are gonna come off, and it's gonna go to the goats. I got some nice scissors. Make sure you don't pull the leaves off. Make sure you prune it really nice, and then that way. I learned this from the ants last year, because when I did this, all of a sudden, and especially the big leaves, and the goats love this then too. Because what will happen also in here, if at these growing temperatures, is the leaf is actually sort of comfortable, but it will get up into maybe a fungus or something will attack it, and then you won't have very good fruiting. This is a very hardy vegetable fruit. sauna. Very much like a sauna in here. Here's another tentacle, and see, as you can see, the tentacles sort of coming up, and they don't know where to go. So you just train them, and you push them outside the greenhouse window, and they will grow up until end of October. Ooh, is it hot in here? Let some of the tomatoes grow now, because the tomatoes are going to start to fruit and everything. So the tomatoes, pomodori, are going to need space. I got some yellowing here. And this is the thing. This is like Zucca Lunga fungus. This is the type of fungus that grows on Zucca Lunga, just like zucchini. And this is why you got to get the leaves off. And then they're still edible now, but once when the yellow comes in, they're not edible anymore. I haven't tried eating the whole plant, but I guess everything of the plant is edible. Okay, you gotta go outside. Hello, that's where you're going. You're going outside. Make sure the tentacles do not grow inside your greenhouse, because they will cause havoc. Like here on the tomatoes, they went off the right side of my tomatoes here, and they went underneath, and I tried to pull it out, and that was a big mistake. So once when the Zucca Lunga takes off, don't disturb it where it wants to go. It's the boss of your garden. And they even got, so you take the leaves off, and then you realize you actually got a tomato, determinate tomato. So this is actually from last year. I recognize this one. We got a tomato coming up. It's interesting. Scaling up the inside of the Zucca Lunga. So that's all good. And also this fig here, I like to trim this guy, and he just grows back again. And my goats love this. Anything from my greenhouse, my goats absolutely love as a little treat or snack. So that's all good. Put that in there. If ever my goats get in here, okay, I think we got most of it. There's basically no leaves left. Make sure you're always getting your tentacles. Your tentacles are always going up. So that's all good. Okay, I'm going to continue working on this, but I got a lot of goat food. This is actually like, to my goats, this is like dessert, and I'm going to give this now to them for breakfast. It's getting close to coffee time. So that's what it should look like. You saw the before and after. It really doesn't look like anything right now. But anyways, I'm going to keep working on here. I'm going to clean out this greenhouse today. It's one of my things to do. Possibly this week if I get time, but I only get so much time around here. Okay. And this is delicious food for my goats. And I am sweating, so that's why I want to get out of here before I drown in my own sweat. This is Tony, Casa Esmeralda, and that's how you grow your Zucca Lunga. From a greenhouse to the outside. If it's growing outside, I possibly just leave it alone. But the leaves are no good inside the greenhouse, and I learned that from my aunts last year. Okay, so thank you for those who have liked and subscribed. Hit that like button down below, and I will see you again in the next one. I hope I've inspired you to go and plant and grow your own food, and to go outside and do things on your own. Take care, and bye for now.